Hi, it's Ask the Guru time once again. Thanks to Kelly Kerouac of Avanti Mansion, Blaisdell, New York, and Jennifer Perna of Blue Plate Catering in Chicago for their very cool comments on some of our past videos. Today we're going to talk about why caterers lose sales to, well, what we would call lower price caterers. The interesting thing is that all caterers, no matter what their price point is, have competitors who charge less for what appears to be to the shopper the same menu, okay? So why do prospects often buy from the lower price caterers, and how do we perhaps correct this or at least challenge this, okay? Your prospects have been taught by their parents or just experienced, hey, that buying for a lower price is a wise thing. Getting a deal is a good thing. Everyone wants a deal. I know I do. Your chef every day is out there searching, when possible, for a better price on strawberries. He plays one purveyor against the other. You know, I think it's just something we all have to accept, the fact that it's natural. All of us, you and I together, we have something we do to go out of our way just to save a few bucks, whether it be on gas or cereal or whatever it may be. Okay, we go to a movie theater a little bit earlier than normal just to save a couple dollars. It's a very nice thing to do. Here's a prop, believe it or not, Evian water. It's a simple Evian water bottle, but here's the point I want to teach today. No matter what I pay for this bottle of water, the water inside the bottle is always the same, whether I pay $1.89 for this 1 liter bottle in a 7-Eleven or $8 in a hotel. So in other words, the water doesn't change. It just doesn't change. So the same thing would be true of a Ford 150 truck. If I can, shop for a Ford 150 truck and get it for $500 less from one dealer over another, I feel ecstatic. This is wonderful, again, because I'm dealing with pricing and getting a lower price, but the truck doesn't change. It has the same options. So now we bring in, well, the first kicker, so to speak. Just like the Evian bottle or the Ford 150. To shoppers of catering, well, why shouldn't one caterer's food be the same as another caterer's food, even if one menu is less expensive? So they wish to spend the least amount of money. After all, if Evian's Evian, chicken's chicken. A bartender is a bartender, and a chauffeur must be the same chauffeur from one caterer or another, no matter how much you're paying for the catering. You see, this is why we lose sales to caterers who charge less. It's not our fault. It's not the other caterer's fault. It's simply that the public thinks that the lower priced caterer's chicken is the same as a higher priced caterer's chicken. That sounds kind of redundant. So the salesperson and marketing person's task is to make your prospects learn and understand that in the process of selecting a caterer, unlike buying Evian, the results are absolutely not the same when you spend less. Again, unlike the Evian, where the water is guaranteed to be the same at any price, what you pay in catering, it just isn't the same. So one caterer's chicken is definitely not the same as the other caterer's chicken. Now your goal, in my view, is to boldly explain and demonstrate the concept to your buyers that all caterers are not equal, that all service staff is not the same, that all portion sizes are not the same, that where caterers buy their raw materials from are not the same, that each caterer's individual concern for sanitation and overall professionalism are definitely not the same. That when buying catering, one needs to understand that apples are just not apples. It's a tough job, but why do we just sit back and let it happen? We should really make some attempt to explain to people what it is that they're dealing with. That's what selling price is all about. It has nothing to do with what a buyer actually pays, but what they and their guests are going to receive by paying slightly more versus what they will probably not get when they pay less. So if there's a fish house or a meat supplier in your city that everyone knows is the best, and everyone knows they charge a lot of money more than the other fish and meat suppliers, then sharing this with your prospect might be right, to put it right in the proposal, so to speak, that you're using that particular salmon and meat from those high-priced vendors. That's a way to sort of not justify, but explain, and gives you an advantage of showing off the benefits to your particular shoppers of why they're paying slightly more. And you overcome the problem of not having a happy guest at the party or a host and no embarrassment for yourself. Again, why not put these premium brand names right into your bid is what I'm trying to say. Interesting, isn't it? At least it is to me. One last example for you to discuss afterwards. As an adult, we need dental care. So we sometimes, as adults, we need root canal or teeth cleaning. We sometimes actually shop for prices with a dentist. But for our children, we wouldn't. I don't think we would. We would spend the most we could possibly spend to ensure that our children got the best dental care. So in other words, in buyers' minds, technically speaking, the more you pay for something, very often it is the best. Your job is to get this through to the customer. So selling price is a matter of explaining the guaranteed differences that your slightly higher price offers the client and their guest over the lower price caterings. All right, this is a lot to think about, and there's a lot of different avenues, so discuss it after the video is over. I just want to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, that there's never been, ever, a better time to be a caterer. See you next week. Thank you.